Welcome to my inaugural video. I am going by the moniker Bankrupt CPA. And I'm doing that because I've been a CPA for 30 plus years and have just completed bankruptcy that I filed 10 years ago. So it's now off my record. And I remember there was a lot of shame and involved around a lot of feelings of shame and about filing. And I do believe it ended up being the best decision I could have had at the time, considering the problems and the issues I had going on in my life at the time. And it was mostly due to a bad third marriage. I've been married 3 times, divorced 3 times, have 3 children, 10 years apart. So I have children who are millennials. I have children who are Gen Z, Gen Alpha, ranging in age of 35 to 15, all in different stages of their life. And so I've been following them around, and I've been really upset because I've had a hard time. I've had to start over from scratch three times in my life, and each time just got harder and harder. And like I said, I'm a CPA. I've been working in finance and accounting for more than 30 years. I know everything I should have been doing. I'm good with numbers. I'm good with my finances, but I still ended up in a position where I had to declare bankruptcy and play catch up many times, starting back over from nothing 3 times. And I'm to an age where I can't afford to do that anymore. And I do have to say, going through therapy, improving my relationships has been a big part of why I feel like I'm possibly going to be able to retire in 3 to 5 years from now. So I feel hopeful. I don't think my children are going to be able to be successful in the same way I was successful when I was their age, because the world has changed so much. Our situation in this country has changed so much. My son's family, they are professional. Their spouse has a professional degree, and while they do have a young child, close to their family, it's like I'm encouraging them to try to immigrate to Canada right now because my son's spouse is not working in her degree because she got laid off and hasn't been able to find another job in her degree. But Canada, which is only about 200 miles away from where we are currently living, is currently looking for people to immigrate to Canada, for people who are in her profession. And I would love for them to get out of this country, especially with everything that's going on right now with my son, and especially with my son, being older and having a family. And then I have my middle child who just finished some college, stopped, got hung up with COVID earlier in her college career and had a lot of problems. But we finally got her settled. And thank goodness I was in a position to help her. At least, with housing and such. But if I wasn't there to help her, I don't know how she would have gotten by to get through school so she could get a job where that, basically these days is barely above above poverty. I mean, with college education and schooling, she's able to. She's just at the beginning of her career, but again, her wages are barely above what could be considered poverty in the poverty wages in the high cost living area that she's now living in and working in. And then I worry about my youngest, who's still in high school. It's like, and I have another grandchild who's also in high school. Not by blood, but by marriage. And I'm like going like, if you don't have somebody paying your tuition, if you don't have the money and pay the tuition, don't go to college. Go in the trades. I mean, there's been many a times in the past 20 years or so where working in I worked in as a controller for quite a few trades-based businesses, construction, electrical contractors such as that, who are union tradespeople. They made more than me, and they didn't have student loans or college loans. I mean, it's hard work, and you still have to be smart with your money and save and do all that. But you have a lot more opportunity to make more money. You just have to be, stay healthy. You just have to stay healthy because, like, the trades you can make money, but it's going to be hard on you physically. So you have to make sure that you are, you're not blowing it on toys. Because I also know working in trades that all those boys like to blow their money on toys. They go out, they work these hard, intensive labor jobs like commercial fishing, construction, trades. They get these big paychecks and then they blow it on toys. And they should be saving it because they're going to be feeling it when they hit their 40s and their 50s. And work isn't going to be as easy as it was when they're in their 20s. So this is my inaugural video. I just wanted to give you a little background on where I'm coming from. I want to talk about finance, personal finance, things that are going on. I mean, I've been concerned the last few years about the future for my kids, the young people in this country. And I just want to offer some guidance. More than happy to answer questions with topics. Like I said, I have a lot. I have kids. I've had kids the last 30 years. I've seen the struggles of a lot of these generations, and I care and I worry, and I want to start this channel to help provide just to kind of get some guidance out there for you guys, more to get some information out there from someone who's not looking to take money from you, provide advice. There's a lot of people out there who want to sell you stuff. It's like I kind of think I'm more like mom, and I've been through some hard times. Like I said, I've been through bankruptcy. I've gone through breakups. I've been divorced. Had to start from nothing and build up over and over again. And it's not just knowledge. It's your relationships with people and the people who are in your life. that are going to make it harder for you. You know, the people in your life are either going to make it easier for you or harder for you. And you got to make sure you're making not only good decisions about your money, but good decisions about the people you keep around you and you associate with. Because they'll break you. They'll break you or make you. And I've been thankful the last 10, 15 years, went through a lot of therapy, figured out a lot of things that were wrong with my relationships that caused me to get into trouble I was. And I feel better for it. I'm in a better place for it. I know who my friends are. I know who my friends aren't. It's hard to find good, healthy people out there to be around. And it's important to be able to figure out, you know, to be able to one, figure out who's good and healthy for you, and how to find people who are good and healthy for you. And it's not easy. In fact, it's really hard. So that's what I'm going to be working on with this channel, like financial knowledge and such. I've listened. There's a lot of people on YouTube trying to provide this knowledge, but, you know, I don't think all of them have been, you know, in certain situations. You know, some of them have probably, you know, had a good thing, you know, had good people around them and were able to, you know, work up and do things the right way. And I'm someone who's stumbled a lot, and been down and been back up and been back down again. And I have, you know, and if I can meet you where you're at and give you a lift up, then that's a good day for me. Thanks.